Hey everyone, it's Liam Carrison here, and it's episode 19 of season 7 for Charmed. We are closing in on the final few episodes of, well, we are in the final few episodes of season 7, but we are closing in on the final season. On my Patreon, I've reacted to a very emotional episode 10 of season 8, so go and check that out because that was tough. That was rude and that was tough. But with this episode, of course, you can find my links to not just the reaction of this episode down below in the description box or the comment section pinned, but also, of course, my poll to find out what show will be replacing Charmed in the new year. So yeah, go and check it out, and I will see you guys next time. Hopefully you guys will have enjoyed not just my reaction to this episode, but this episode in general. Leave your thoughts as always in the comment section below, and until the next time, toodles. So yeah, that was episode 19 of season 7. So yeah, we've only got a few more episodes left to go now, but this episode had some good stuff going for it. Like I said, I felt like The Box of Horrors was an absolute blast. Probably one of my favorites of season 7, because there was just a lot that was going for it. But I mean, I still had some really great moments with this episode and all of that. But of course, there was some things that really did get to me and all of that, especially with the whole moment where they face the Dalek. Basically, Dalek is what he is called. So yeah, but it's like Dalek, and it even shows up like Dalek. So yeah, it's like Anyways, when of course they were at the desk, froze the receptionist, went to face the councilman, and then blew him up, and then they just left, and there was no plans. Like I said, I know that there is the possibility that they could not have accounted for, or at least Piper could not have accounted for CCTV. Amara just wouldn't give a shit. But you're still going into a very massive building in regards to who this belongs to, etc. So CCTVs are going to be inevitable, and we don't want the whole situation of you being exposed again, and you were very close to that. So yeah, Sheridan already is on their asses, so that's great again. So yeah, and I was just like, Piper, you're smarter than this. You would not leave yourself so vulnerable, right? So yeah, I was just so bothered. But yeah, that's it though. Like, it was just really, ugh. I'm sure there would potentially be cameras in the councilman's room as well. I don't know, but we'll just say for the sake of convenience there wasn't. So yeah. But yeah, I also thought it was very I don't know, how to exactly feel in regards to, of course, the whole situation with the whole lawsuit situation with the Randall guy, the Dr. Randall guy, because of the fact that he was made out to lie, and in a technical sense, Phoebe didn't come on to him, but of course he doesn't know. Just like Sheridan doesn't know that the councilmen were bloody demons, he doesn't know that Amara possessed Phoebe, so to his knowledge, Phoebe came on to him, so... But of course, they dismissed all of that, and they thought that Dr. Randall was lying, and that, the idea of Phoebe coming on to Dr. Randall is just ludicrous. Normally it would be as well, because obviously, well, again, they don't know it's Phoebe, so, but they're like talking about Phoebe? Our Phoebe? No way. You're confused with someone else. So yeah, but again, Phoebe just gets out of dodge really in regards to that whole situation. So yeah, but again, at the same time, Amara took control of her body, so it's like, oy. But yeah, I mean, I felt like the Amara situation was pretty interesting to see go throughout the episode, in both senses that would aggravate you in a sense, but also there were moments that were really, really great, like Phoebe pretending to be Amara to the demons, and Lantos, I think his name was, the one that was very skeptical. I really, really love how she was just trying her luck with him, and he was not having any of it. The other guy, though, he was very, very, he was so not wanting to fuck up, and in doing so, he did fuck up. So yeah, but even so, like Phoebe playing Amara, and vice versa, I really, really loved the fact that Amara had to cover her tracks, really, because Lantos was like, I knew I was right. Oh, I have to cover my tracks. Sorry, you're going to have to take the fall, bud. So, yeah. And even the whole situation of Phoebe, I guess, dying and all of that was just... It was low-key kind of hilarious and all of that, but at the same time, it's like, okay, so what are we going to do now? Because you just killed your sister, so... Yeah. Friendly fire? I guess we could talk. I mean, of course, they came in with the intention that Amara was someone that needed to be taken out. So yeah, because they somehow didn't know that Amara was in Phoebe's body, and I'm like, moment by moment, notice something's off with Phoebe, and they didn't. Especially if she's getting her hair taken, and there was the whole situation of soul swapping. That would line up really. Like, well, why would they need? I doubt that they just need it to get high or some shit. So there surely should be a link between the hair and the soul swapping. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I also like to think that with the fact that they couldn't tell that Amara was Phoebe, or Phoebe, Amara was in Phoebe. I also like to think that that's saying something in regards to, like, how they weren't able to pick it up. Especially with how self-absorbed, I guess, Amara was, really. Because that's it, though. She had a lot of vanity about her, so... yeah. But like I said, I'd like to think that low-key, that was low-key trying to say something about Phoebe, so... No, but in all seriousness, I felt like it was, I guess pretty standard in a sense, but it was still enjoyable in quite a lot of places, the whole Amara Phoebe situation. So, yeah, but, yeah, there was something else I was going to mention, but I've forgotten what it was, so that's great. Anyways, there were other great pieces as well in this episode, like, especially with Paige. Like I said, I felt like her story really, really stood out so much. Oh yeah, Phoebe going back to college, that's going to be great to explore. Yeah, I mean, I'm very intrigued to see, how that's going to go. I guess rolling into the final season, so... yeah, but it's a really, really big step, I would say, for Phoebe to go back to college and, try to expand on herself a bit. So, anyways, I digressed about Paige because, like I said, that was a situation where I really, really enjoyed, again, her story stood out really, really well, with her going to her first charge, with Mitchell, who, there was that tragic story with him, and it was really, really great stuff. To see how he was reluctant at first, and of course past tragedies kind of put him off and all of that. But of course there is that like little message about they're gifts for a reason, and whilst the whole situation with Jennifer was tragic, it's all about tapping in again destiny, I guess, and helping others. It's what Jennifer would want, really, and it's something that can, because it's kind at the end of the day, and whilst you do feel burdened because you were not fast enough to save Jennifer, you might be able to with Fred or Georgina. I'm just spitballing random names who are in a bit of a crisis potentially. So you could still potentially make the difference. It's the effort that you really that really defines you. And yes, some days you will lose, and that does become really, really demotivating. But you got these gifts for a reason, and deep down he does want to help, but he just worries that he's just gonna let down people, etc., and completely feel powerless, whilst ironically having this gift because he's not able to be fast enough to save people, and that's his worry. So and it's really, really sad, but it was really, really great for Paige to not just help him out, but also for Paige to just to explore Paige's story, really, in terms of her worries about being an efficient, of being of taking this gig, really. So it was just really, really lovely stuff because, of course, now is like we had that last episode, of course, where, of course, we had her being primed to take full responsibilities, really, in terms of her white lighter duties, and now she's got her first charge, and there's a bit of worry there. So, and it was great for her to consult Leo as well. And speaking of Leo, it was just really, really nice to see him settling in. And you know what? I think they were robes and all of that he was, because we know that Gideon had robes and all of that, and I think Paige did occasionally. But he's rocking it. He's where he belongs. So it's so good, and yeah, we love to see it. So yeah, but like I said, with Paige's story, it was just really, really interesting to see her help out Mitchell as well. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, Sheridan, this is gonna end badly. See, I'm just really curious to see what they're gonna do with her, because obviously it wasn't well received in regards to her investigating the Charmed Ones, and obviously things needed to be done to keep Sheridan's mouth shut. And now that she is prying further in, based on what's happening to the council people, or to these politicians, you just wonder what's going to happen, really, because you can't whammy her memory again. So something's gonna happen, and you just hope for a better outcome than previously. But it's just it's just so worrying. And obviously, we've got a few more episodes left to go this season, and I do feel like maybe not the final episode, maybe the episode prior, or maybe next episode even. There's going to be a big, development in Sheridan's investigation to the Charmed Ones, and that's when we're going to have to start asking, what are we going to do about this situation? Because we can't have this, because this situation is going to keep coming up again if we have to whammy her memory. So, because even without her memories coming back, she is investigating, and we're going to do the stance all over again, and it's like we can't whammy her memories again. So we'll just have to wait and see. But it is intriguing. It's going to be very intriguing to see what will happen. So yeah, but overall, not bad stuff this episode. Some fun elements. So yeah. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time.